Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Omomi Mimi Akinlagan. Thank you so much for continuing to support my channel. And for those of you guys who are new, you are very most welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified of any new videos that I upload. So for this video today, I wanted to do something a little bit different than I normally do on my channel. I thought it might be quite interesting for me to go on Google and answer some of the most searched natural hair questions. Not that I'm an expert or anything, but I just thought it might be quite funny to see what people are searching in relation to natural hair with my take on what they've asked. I just thought it might be quite fun. So yeah. Now before we even get started on this video, I want to remind you guys that you can actually chop it up with me over on Instagram. My Instagram is Omomi Akinlagan. If you drop me a DM, I will respond. I respond to all of my DMs. And jumping straight into the video. I'm going to start by typing in why does natural hair and then see what comes up. Why does natural hair shrink is the first one. Okay, let's tackle that question. Shrinkage. What is shrinkage? When kinky hair appears to be shorter than its true stretched, elongated length. Shrinkage actually means that your hair is healthy because it's retaining and sucking up the moisture as it should. Because your hair shrinks when there's moisture in it. The moisture makes the hair go back to its natural state, which is kinky curled. Kinky curly hair takes up less real estate because it collapses on itself, which make the hair shorter. So it's taking up less space. That's what I've got. That's all I've got for you guys. That's all I've got on why does hair shrink. I don't know whether that even answered that question. Next question. Next. Why does natural hair shed? Everyone's hair sheds. All hair sheds. Eyelash hair sheds. The hair on your head sheds. I don't think your pubes shed, but or the legs on your legs. I'm not sure about that. But the hair on your head and your eyelashes, they shed. And they shed because they literally have come to the end of the hair growth cycle. Prior research, hair sheds between 120 to 150 strands each day. So the shedding allows a new hair to come and go through that follicle. So the reason why your natural hair may seem like it's shedding a lot may actually be because of that whole shrinkage thing that we just discussed before. The hair is kind of like more tightly packed. When it's shrinking, it looks like there's actually more hair than actually is coming out. But everybody's hair sheds, guys. I hope you know that. Everyone's hair shed. It's normal. Our hair is meant to shed. We do not keep the same strands of hair on our head throughout the entirety of our lives. Our hair cycles. It's cycling. It just means that that is the end of your hair growth cycle and that follicle is making room for a new hair strand to actually come through and thrive. And thrive, sis. And thrive. Why does natural hair itch? Maybe you have some sort of irritation. Maybe you just have an itch. Everyone's hair itches. Everyone's hair itches. Your hair itched when it was relaxed as well, because it's like, why does your skin itch? Why does natural hair break off? This one I can get into. I think one of the major problems, aside from moisture for naturals, is actually retaining length. There's many reasons why your hair may be breaking. You may be over manipulating your hair. Accessories that you're using may be breaking your hair. Like if you're using elastic bands that have metal on it or any other fastenings, if you're not moisturizing your hair, if you're not drinking enough water, if you're combing your hair very roughly, or if you're doing your hair and your nails are not properly manicured, your hair can actually get trapped in between your chipped nail polish. If you're not actually intaking enough water, your hair can become brittle and break off. Why does natural hair grow slow? I don't actually think natural hair grows slow. I think this question goes back to the answer of the last one. Why is my hair breaking off? Your hair may be breaking. You may not be retaining length. But then also as well, because of shrinkage, which we answered first, your hair may appear to be growing slower than it actually is. That's why I feel like it is beneficial to actually document your hair. Document lengths. Take a ruler, take measure, and actually measure how long your hair is. Pull your hair, see where your hair is falling. So you actually see whether my hair is growing. Is my hair growing, or is a shrinkage making it appear like it's not growing? or is my hair breaking? What I've seen people do is they have dyed maybe a tiny bit at the root of their hair, so they can actually see and actually track how much the hair is growing. They just dye a tiny bit of hair where like you wouldn't be able to see it, and then they kind of like keep track of that piece of hair so they can see if their hair is growing or if their hair is breaking. Your hair may be not growing or growing slower because of other things. How's your diet, sis? Are you getting your nutrients in, sis? Are you, sis? Because let's be honest, I hope you know that your hair and your nails are actually the last place on your body to actually receive any nutrients. If you are deficient in anything, you're going to see it in your hair growth and you're going to see it in your nails. Make sure that you are getting enough internally, vitamins and minerals, you're eating right, you're taking supplements to actually boost anything that you think you may be deficient in. Make sure that you are up on your iron. Iron deficiency, anemia, can cause your hair and your nails to grow slower. It can cause it to be very brittle, break off, and not healthy at all. Check in to make sure you are healthy, taking care of your body because it is a temple. Why does natural hair shed so much? Okay, interesting. But I've answered this already. I don't actually think natural hair sheds any more than any other hair. I just think it's because of the way that the hair looks, because of the curls and the kinks. It appears to be more than it actually is. When your hair was relaxed, you probably don't even notice that your hair is shedding because the hair is straight. It's probably just dropping off and blowing in the wind, right? So you don't notice. But when your hair is natural, because of the texture, when it sheds, it actually doesn't fall to the ground, it actually just stays in your hair. So then when you run your hair through or you detangle, you notice that the hair is shedding more. Whereas when you're relaxed, I don't think you really notice the shedding as much, because if your hair's down, the shed hair is probably just blowing the wind. They come out as you comb your hair, as you play with it, they just kind of like fall off because they're a lot more light, straight, slip out easily, right? I've answered that already. Why does natural hair grow faster? You guys are a bit confused. You first asked, why does natural hair grow slow? Now you're asking, why does natural hair grow faster? Girl, I don't know. The last one actually makes me laugh. Why does natural hair defy gravity? Because we are fearfully and wonderfully made, and he made no mistakes, and our hair grows high to the sky. Yeah, it defies gravity because it is curly. The strands are light like feathers. What I will say to this is people need to actually think about the actual purpose of having hair. Hair is not obviously for vanity. We have hair for a purpose, as we have loads of things on our body for a purpose. African hair is on our heads the way that it is because we are from a climate that is very hot. And our hair is kinky, curly, and shrinks up so it can protect our scalp from the sun's ray, right? So we don't get sunburn on our scalps. So we do not get excessive headaches because the sun is beating directly, so we do not get blisters on our scalp. That is why our hair is actually kinky and curly. It shrinks up, protects your scalp. So our hair isn't actually for vanity purposes. As humans mutate out of Africa, different mutations and evolutionary processes happen that made features that we had adapt to the climates that we are in. Europeans have straighter hair, have lighter eyes. You know that lighter eyes are more sensitive to the sun. We have darker eyes because the dark eyes and the melanin in brown eyes, dark brown eyes are actual they're like a natural sunglass. So they're protecting our eyes from the UV rays. Obviously, you're not going to go and look up in the sun, but it's a natural UV kind of protection. The melanin in the eyes, also melanin in the skin. Our melanin is like a natural UV protector. But guys, please, I'm not saying do not use SPF. The damage that the sun is doing still actually does happen to dark skin. So our hair is not actually for vanity. It's purposeful. It's actually there to protect us Africans against the sun. That's why hair defies gravity, because it's there to stop the sun. It's there to block the sun. That's why it's there. Yeah. Type for natural, how to foresee, and what has come up is how to grow 4C hair. My hair is predominantly, I would say, 4A, 4B. but I do have some 4C parts of my hair. The core basics of growing hair are the same. You care for your hair externally, but also as well you care for yourself internally, and your hair will flourish. Growing any hair type, you need to make sure your hair is moisturized. Identify whether you need to be moisturizing your hair every day, whether you need to be moisturizing your hair every other day, once a week, which I probably don't recommend, although guys, I do that sometimes, which is very bad. You need to make sure that you have like a set routine. You need to make sure that you're doing regular trims. If you have any split ends, those split ends are not traveling up the hair shaft. I would say that try to do manipulation styles, try to protective style if you can. For 4C hair, because the hair actually does bubble up on itself, maybe try and wear your hair more in stretch styles. Really baby those ends. Try to not wear your hair in styles that are going to be shrunken on themselves, because it causes tangles, which in turn is going to cause breakage. So it's not necessarily that your hair is not growing, it's that you're not retaining that length. Make sure that your scalp is healthy by making sure that your hair is cleansed thoroughly and regularly. Make sure that you are oiling and nourishing your scalp. Also as well, guys, make sure that you're taking your vitamins, as I said before. So that's how I would say how to grow 4C hair, how to grow any hair. Now, how to detangle 4C hair? Sections, sis. Sections. Yeah, sections. Sections, sis. That's what I've got to say, sections. Wide tooth combs, your best friend. Use them. You can finger detangle, finger detangle, use your hands. Demon brush, break it down. Make sure the hair is very well lubricated and you're using a product that has loads of slip. Slip sis, slip sis, slip sis. That's what I've got for you, sis. That's it. How to make 4C hair comb. This is a question I actually get a lot. I don't know how to answer. Well, I do know how to answer this, but I don't know how to answer it without making the people asking disappointed. 4C hair is actually beautiful, and in my observation, when it's cared for really well, it actually flourishes. You cannot make your hair do what it doesn't do naturally. 4C hair is curly. It's just very tightly curled, almost curled to the point where it's not a curling. I think the question that people are actually searching isn't necessarily how to make 4C hair curly. More so, they want to know how to make my curls more looser, right? I'm just throwing it out there. Let me know what you think down in the description bar, yeah? How to moisturize 4C hair daily. Get yourself in a routine. Every single night before bedtime, have a bowl where you have whichever products you think moisturize your hair. Spray that on the hair, the leave-in conditioner and the cream, the LOC or the LCO method. Do that nightly, or you can do it during the day. But I would say nightly so your hair is dry for the morning. Yeah, so how to moisturize 4C hair daily. That's what I would say. Use the LOC or use the LCO method. Water is the only moisturizer. It's one of the best moisturizers. That's why when you see products, if you look on the back, water is actually the first ingredient when you look at moisturizing product. So it's not necessarily that they're using water to try and bulk up the product and make it go further. It's actually because water is actually that moisturizing ingredient. Water is your best friend. Spray it on your hair at night. Then put your leave-in conditioner in. Put your moisturizer in after that if you want to, then go ahead and put your butter in, and then use your oil. Seal it in, sis, nightly. Okay, so that's it for this video, guys. I thought it might be quite interesting to just do something different. Definitely something different from me. So if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to comment down below, and don't forget to share it with all of your peeps. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you get notified of all my future videos. I hope you guys have learned something from this, because I think I had some quite informative answers to give on those search questions. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. Check out my past videos, which I will put up here. Check them out. This one, check this one. This one's a good one. Check this one out too. And don't forget to subscribe just here.